When Stalin ruled the Soviet Union, he prioritized reclaiming territories that had once been part of the Russian Empire. By the end of World War II, the USSR controlled nearly all of these former lands, except for two, Finland and Poland. In Finland's case, Stalin initially aimed for full annexation, but fierce Finnish resistance prevented complete Soviet control. Poland, however, was different. By 1945, it was fully occupied by the Red Army. Given Stalin's expansionist ambitions, he chose to establish the Polish People's Republic instead of fully incorporating Poland as a Soviet republic. To understand this decision, we must first examine how Poland regained its independence. During World War I, Poland was under German and Austrian occupation. However, with the defeat of the Central Powers in 1918, Poland re-established itself as an independent state. As German forces withdrew, Polish troops and the Red Army rushed to claim former German-held territories, sparking the Polish-Soviet War of 1919. Initially, this conflict revolved around lands inhabited mostly by Ukrainians and Belarusians, which were controlled by Polish forces. When Polish troops captured Kiev, a surge of volunteers joined the Red Army, shifting the momentum in favor of the Bolsheviks. Concerned about a Bolshevik advance into Central Europe, Britain proposed the Curzon Line as a peace settlement. Lenin and most Bolshevik leaders rejected this proposal, believing that Polish workers would welcome the Red Army's advance into all of Poland. Stalin, however, argued that Polish nationalism would overpower any sense of class solidarity. He was proven right when the Red Army suffered a devastating defeat at the Battle of Warsaw, forcing them to retreat east of the Curzon Line. This status quo remained until 1939, when Germany and the Soviet Union, now under Stalin's leadership, agreed to partition Poland. The new border roughly followed the Curzon Line, but this arrangement was short-lived. In 1941, Germany invaded the Soviet Union, and by 1945, Poland was fully occupied by Soviet forces. With the Western Allies focused on maintaining relations with Stalin, especially in hopes of securing Soviet support against Japan and in the formation of the United Nations, they largely accepted Soviet dominance over Poland. This provided Stalin the opportunity to fulfill his expansionist ambitions from 25 years earlier. Annexing Poland would have been too costly with no real benefits. Stalin had learned from the Polish-Soviet War and from Polish resistance during World War II that nationalism was deeply entrenched among the Polish people. Any attempt to assimilate Poland into the USSR would likely have met fierce opposition, much like what the Soviet Union faced in the Baltic states. Moreover, controlling a rebellious population of 1 million Estonians was far easier than managing 25 million defiant Poles. An unstable Poland within the USSR could have also inspired resistance among other Soviet nationalities, threatening the stability of the entire multinational Soviet state. Instead, a nominally independent Poland, firmly under Soviet supervision, offered all the advantages without the drawbacks. Poland would still serve as a buffer zone to the west, provide industrial and agricultural resources, and contribute troops if war erupted, all without becoming a direct financial and security burden. Additionally, by maintaining Poland as a separate communist state, Stalin could rely on Polish institutions, such as its own secret police and Communist Party, to enforce Soviet influence without direct Soviet rule. Thus, on February 19, 1947, the Polish People's Republic was officially proclaimed, a Soviet satellite, but not a Soviet republic.